guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my 5th annual Boxycharm Award. So the first award that we're going to be talking about is the More Please Award. Oh my gosh, do we have a tie? Out of this many votes, that's possible? Okay, we have a tie. Okay, I get excited for this one every year too. And I was telling you guys in Q1, I had 2 contenders for this. Let's talk about the Dump the Chump Award. Now we're kind of coming to some write-ins, and I'm really curious how this is going to work out. The biggest gripe of the year. So excited to host my 5th annual Boxycharm Awards here on my channel. I started this 5 years ago because I wanted to hear more from you guys. How many times throughout the years, but especially this year it feels like, did I open a ton of boxes every month and you guys still got something totally different than me? I love hearing from you because the variety is now so plentiful with Boxycharm. We have so many different box options, product options, what you like in your requests versus what I ask for in my requests. And now this year was even more wild when it came to adding in more things for you guys and reviewing throughout the year because I paid for Luxe Premium and the base boxes, and I started receiving all of them in PR as well. So I was able to really kind of get into some nitty-gritty every single month. And as we even saw then, it didn't matter. There were still so many products out there that you guys received that I didn't, that the awards are a great way for your voice to be heard on what was your favorite product, what do you want people to know more about, and also the not so good. What are things that were your worst of the year? Also, I added a few extra categories this year because I felt like this was a year like no other. This is the year that we really started noticing a difference with the Boxycharm Ipsy merge, how things had evolved and changed. So I gave you guys a little bit more room to kind of give your feelings, whether it was good or bad. What was your biggest gripe of the year is now added in. What are you hoping for in the future for 2022 with Boxycharm as well? I just kind of wanted to give you guys a few more free opportunities, free moments to express yourselves, because this is a place where we can feel safe to talk about our feelings when it comes to makeup, life, whatever it is. And I am so glad to see so many of you guys did do the Boxycharm Awards surveys this year. The surveys and polls have been up for about 10 days now. Well, actually 9.5. So I thought that was plenty of time to allow everybody to vote, see how their feelings were, give them times to ponder, because also the lists this year were extensive. I found myself, as I was putting together this year's awards, adding so many things that I'm sure I forgot some because I didn't see a lot of them. I was trying to go through the Boxycharm website, other things I found online, just to be able to add in as many brands and products as I could for you guys. But I also always have in the other options. You can write in your favorites as well, or worsts. I even noticed when I uploaded my best and worst video that a lot of you guys let me know, oh my gosh, thank you for reminding me of this, or I didn't get that. So what is also great is the add-ons and pop-ups. I know they've renamed them to like Drop Shop, Mega Drop Shop, all the fun names. I have categories in the Boxycharm Awards for that as well, because that's the way I discovered things you guys were telling me about. If I didn't get them in my boxes, I didn't just not want to know, because luckily we do have that option as well. So I'm really excited to see that. And also, if you happen to miss it, I also have a 6-month year-end review of Boxycharm as well, which is the last 6 months of Boxycharm, and every single box style and type and product I got. What were my thoughts? I went so deep into those as well. So if you're looking for even deeper reviews on any of these products, good or bad, check out some of those videos as well. And before we get into this award ceremony where I give you the winners and losers, and hear your feedback because I'm going to go a little deep in the weeds this year on what you were able to write in since those were options this year. I do want to say stay tuned, even if you don't get Boxycharm anymore, for an upcoming video that I am going to be doing about some changes you're going to see on my channel coming up in 2022. Things I'm excited for and other things that I do want to hear your feedback on, because you guys are the reason that I do my channel every single week and I love this so much. While I know it's been a rough year with Boxycharm, this is still one of my favorite videos to do because it's so interactive with you guys. I love hearing your feedback, hearing from you what you love, because then I can still purchase things out on my own as well, and vice versa. So please stay tuned for upcoming information, videos, all kinds of good stuff to come in 2022. Okay, but now I love to tell my friends, get fancy if you want to, or put on your favorite yoga pants. I today got a little dressed up, and grab your tea, grab your champagne, grab your snacks, grab your caviar, get comfy, because this award season is now officially begun. Cheers! I, just like last year, did a Google Doc, so there were a lot of options for us, and I think that worked really well last year, so I am going to be diving into them this year, and I have to tell you, I have not looked at the responses since day one because I wanted to make sure it was working properly, you know, no technical difficulties, but I do want to go through all of the responses live with you guys because I'm going to be just as shocked or dismayed or overwhelmed as you guys were as we were going through, because as I mentioned, there's a lot to go through, a lot of options, so I might even give you some runners up as well to let you know kind of who were in the top runnings amongst a lot of brands and a lot of products. The first category that comes up for us is one that's super exciting because unlike some of the other award ceremonies out there, you know, the smaller ones, the Emmys, the Oscars, the Tonys, all those other little smaller ones, they sometimes make you wait for the big moments, and I like you to have them throughout the entire ceremony. So the first award that we're going to be talking about is the More Please Award. I personally love this award because I love to see what you guys want more of in 2022, and it kind of gets me excited too to think what could be upcoming, what would we love, what were things I loved, were we in sync with that, because I hear some of you guys in my comments, but I know not all of you comment. So what won the More Please Award? The brand that we would love to see more of in 2022? Drumroll, please. The top 3 contenders for winning the More Please Award are Tarte Cosmetics, Huda Beauty, and Natasha Denona. And the winner for the More Please Award for the 2021 Boxycharm Awards is by 45.9%, Natasha Denona. That is a brand that I have truly fallen in love with, and it honestly is thanks to Boxycharm. So while I can say there have been some struggles this year for sure, and I don't even know if as many people are going to watch this video this year, I can say I learned about the types of makeup I like from Natasha so much from the Boxycharm boxes, but also the add-ons and pop-ups. I feel like last year we were, well, most of us or some of us were blessed with like one eyeshadow palette, but this year it really was like a lot of options came, some in the boxes, but then also in the add-ons and pop-ups, because I know some people didn't get any in their boxes. I was very fortunate, I believe in April, to get quite a bit of Natasha, but then I started seeing some other palettes out there that you guys were getting that I didn't, and then there were some brand new ones roaming around in the add-ons, pop-ups, soon to be drop shops, whatever they're called. So I ended up purchasing so much of my Natasha collection now, and I got it all from Boxycharm. But also, even outside of the very coveted eyeshadow palettes, I also very much fell in love with some of her face powder formulas. If you watched my best and worst, you'll know that the Natasha Denona All Over Glows became some of my favorites. I think I got the 01 light one in a box, I think. Granted, 2020 and 2021 kind of feel like a little bit of a fever dream, so I have to kind of really go back in the archives of my brain to remember some things. But I ended up purchasing another one in a deeper shade from their pop-ups because, one, it was available, and why not? for a great price, but also I loved that I could go deeper with the dark one. This one is an 02 medium, and this one here that I got in a box is 01 light. This is a great body highlighter, face highlighter, but in the summer, I loved being a little bit deeper because we weren't looking for that blingy highlight. We were looking for that all over dew glowy goddess moment, and this does a great job of making our skin look gorgeous and glowy goddessy without being too much. It does not provide texture on the face. If anything, she smooths. She's buttery. I love her. And I've said it before, I'm gonna say it again, even if you don't believe me, I'm not a blush girl. However, your girl even, I'm pretty sure, went out of my way to purchase the Natasha Denona Blush Duo. This one is in palette 10. So this one is a little bit more of a, I would say, peachy tone. This is the, oh yeah, it is called actually a sheer peach nude. And this one over here is in tutu. And these are really stunning. I tend to actually combine these two when I wear them because I feel like this one's a bit dark for when it's not summer and I'm not tan, and this one may be a bit too light. So mixing these two is also great, but I can lean into one or the other and it looks beautiful. Also a great formula for textured skin, not 20-year-old skin. So many good things about this. And of course, if I'm talking about Natasha, I need to say what I'm about to say. And if you are a longtime viewer, you know exactly what I'm about to say is my ultimate favorite, even more so than the shadows and highlights for me. I've gone through, I think, 3 or 4 this year, and I just found one in my backup storage that I forgot I had, thank goodness, because I thought I was on my last tube. The Natasha Denona Transform Matte Pore Vanishing Foundation. The shade that I love the most is in 40N Light Medium Neutral, and I do have a darker shade for summer. I've said it before in Best and Worst. I think I talked about it in my 6 months, so I will try not to harp on her too much, but if you have skin anything like mine, oily, big pores, not 22 years old, this will smooth you out without being too matte, without making it look like you have a mask of makeup. It's actually very forgiving for any imperfections, and it lasts so darn well. I'm wearing it today. I wear it a lot when I'm wanting to zhuzh up a look and look gorgeous all day. Doesn't matter even if I have to run into a store with a quick mask on or not. This saves my nose and my face. I love it. So I totally agree with you guys. Natasha Denona, please, let's see more of that in our boxes. Maybe even the larger palettes, maybe some other options, maybe some other categories of makeup. Moving on to the next category. This should be one that I feel like a lot of us feel like we saw a lot of the past 2 years, and that would be the Skincare Award. We are all practically, I don't know, professionals, dermatologists of our own faces, because we got so much skincare over the past few years. A lot of us have learned what works and what doesn't. It's also the category we'd really like Boxycharm to back off of so we can get more makeup. Just saying. Ooh. I got to this category. I don't know who the winner is yet, just like you, but we have 4 top nominees to go through before I can announce the winner. Drum roll. First nominee is Elemis. The second nominee is Glow Recipe. The third nominee is Pharmacy. And the last nominee is Sunday Riley. And I have to say, there were a lot of skincare brands in this category. So the fact that it came down to those 4, I have to say I totally agree with all of you. Those are all top-notch standout brands for me as well. So I love going on this ride with you guys. Because this one is a little bit more, so 2 of them are the exact same percentage of votes, I'm going to go through this Little Miss America style for funsies. Tied for second runner-up is Elemis and Glow Recipe at 15% of the votes. First runner-up is Pharmacy with 16.7% of the votes. I do love Pharmacy. And the winner of the Skincare Award at 30% of the votes is Sunday Riley. Sunday Riley has a lot of products that I absolutely adore and fell in love with last year and this year. I actually did put on my face last night the Sunday Riley A+ Retinol Serum that I got from a Boxycharm. I love this. I think I ended up buying 2 of these, one in a box, one in a Boxycharm pop-up, because I do adore this brand. And The Sunday Riley Good Jeans is also something that not only do I love, I know a lot of you love. This product, I am pretty positive, won last year's Life-Changing Award for the actual product itself. And I think Sunday Riley did really well last year in the awards too, because this is a really high-end luxury skincare piece. So I have said in the past, if we do have to continually get a decent amount, if not even more than makeup sometimes, skincare in our boxes, at least there are some quality pieces in there, such as Sunday Riley, Glow Recipe, you know what I mean, some really quality top-notch things to try on our faces for a great deal. Moving on now to the next category. Oh, this is another one. I just feel like there are no throwaway categories in any of the Boxycharm awards, because every one I get so excited to hear about what you chose as the main winner, because this one is the Face Palette of the Year award, and you absolutely could add in your add-ons to count, because again, if you got something in a box that I wanted or vice versa and then we purchased it in an add-on, that still totally counts as something that you are so excited for, you love, you were able to get it through Boxycharm at a deal. So, whew, what were the top nominees? Ooh, this one has a clear standout winner. I'll still give you a couple of the runners up for funsies and so you know where they were falling in the leaderboard. But this is overwhelming that a certain palette won. I don't even know which one yet. Second runner up is the Tarte Face Palette that had 10% of the votes. Could be any type of face palette that you got from Tarte. The first runner-up is the Wander Beauty Getaway Eye and Face Palette at 11.7%. And that one makes me smile extra big because you guys know that was one of my top bests for the year. I hit pan on that one. I got it in January, February, and I completely am out of one of the shades. I love that you guys love that as much as I do. It tells me that we have very similar amazing taste, right? I love that that was up there so high. I totally agree with you, obviously. And then the winner, what is the winner then? The winner with 31.7% is, whoa! It's the OFRA On The Glow palette, specifically that one. Hold on. There could be other OFRA palettes in there, but this is the one, because I think this one had, I listed out several OFRA palettes, like specific ones, because this year we got some specific ones that weren't in last year's boxes. Whereas with Tarte, that's a little bit harder because some people got stuff from 2020 boxes in 2021. If they didn't get them before, you know what I'm saying. Sometimes it's a little hodgepodge. But specifically, the OFRA On The Glow palette. Hold on. The OFRA On The Glow palette, Glow Like You Mean It, that has highlighters, bronzers, and blush in them, is also an extremely high value. I did not know that this palette was like over $100 retail until we got it in the box, and I think it's something crazy. Holy cow, it's $149. That is $150 for a palette. But these are full-size highlighters, bronzers, things that they would sell individually all in one palette. And it is definitely a formula that is one of the top-notch ones. I also really love that it has a mirror. This is a very quality palette, so congratulations to the OFRA palette, and thank you guys so much for voting. Now, let's move on to the next category. I have to keep this somewhat dramatic yet fun. Okay, alright, I don't know how this is gonna go because I have no idea who won, but there were some things that kind of had to overlap based on category topics, so I have no idea if this one's gonna be in the top ones or not. Meaning the OFRA palette we just talked about. The Shimmer Award, a face makeup product in 2021 that gave you that glow and you loved it. Now this could be individual pieces or it could also be a palette. So we could see this in here. Again, I have no idea. I've not been looking at the results. But last year, what was totally a standout for a lot of us that won was an Hourglass blush that was an illuminator. It's that ambient light diffused blush that actually won our Shimmer Award last year. So truly, it could be anything in this category. And there were a lot of things to choose from for 2021. All right, let's go through the top nominees. Second runner up with 11.5% 5% were Becca highlighters. This is something you could also purchase in an add-on as well, but Becca highlighters were with Boxycharm or in Boxycharm's ways to purchase them or get them in boxes. In 2021, I ended up getting the Champagne Pop Collector's Edition in 2021 from a Boxycharm add-on, I think, and I think some of the, what do they call them? Shimmering Skin Perfectors were going around in boxes as well. So that one is second runner-up. If that one's second runner-up, who won? Oh, I just pulled a Steve Harvey. That's actually third runner-up. My bad. Second runner-up is actually the Touch in Sol Pretty Filter Glow Tint Makeup Palette with 13.1%. Oh my gosh. Yes! Totally agree with you. This product shocked all of us. We did not think we were going to enjoy a palette that had the same finish in every style of makeup, because we could do some contouring or bronzing in this section, some blushes, some highlights, or you could use this just as a highlight palette, obviously, for the face, for the eyes, however you want to use it. And we were all like, this is not going to work for so many skin types. For anyone that's over 22, anyone with big pores or lines, they're not going to like this. And this formula shocked us. That was the second runner-up. The first runner-up, oh, also, yes, totally agree with you. Oh, we are here. Is the Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Powder. This is something I used a ton in the summer and fall. It's a gorgeous baked illuminator that it just dances so perfectly on the skin, makes your skin look healthy and juicy and not like it's an overwhelming glow. I love it. Oh my gosh. So then who won? With 27.9%. You know, it's the awards, and you guys do the choosing here, and you did choose that this also won. The OFRA On The Glow Pro Palette also won your Shimmer Award as well. Although you have a lot to shimmer about in here, so I could totally understand that. So this sucker won 2 awards in a row, back to back. I mean, there was a lot of options in there, and I didn't even think about that when I was putting them in, because this is a face palette, because you can use it with bronzers and contours and things like that, and highlights and blushes, but it is also a glow product. So, you know, sometimes a product's so good, it wins twice. You guys have some great taste. So let's see what you all thought about the best cheek / face product, bronzer, blush, single item, non-face palette, and add-ons count 2 award. Okay, that was a lot to say, but you know what I mean. I realized this year that I didn't have anywhere to put some of like the single bronzers, and a lot of us got a ton of bronzers. A lot of us got a lot of blushes, and I needed a category to suit that. Because we had face palettes, because previously we got a ton of face palettes, but now as far as an individual item goes, which one did you choose as your favorite? I'm really curious because some things I didn't get, so I'm really curious if I need to go buy something. Oh my gosh, do we have a tie? Out of this many votes, that's possible? Okay, we have a tie for the winner for the best cheek and face product award. Okay, first runner-up is the LYS Beauty Compact. It could have been a highlighter, it could have been a bronzer. I wish I would have got that bronzer. I actually kick myself. That's the one regret I feel like I have. Maybe I should add that into an award next year, is what is a one regret of a choice item that you have? And for me, I had just received so many bronzers in 1 month from Boxy that I was like wanting to pick something else, and I heard that the LYS Beauty bronzer is so good. It's so good. So that is the one thing I do have a regret on. I do want that, and apparently so many of you guys love it, so thank you for letting me know and us know. And the winner, the 2 winners of the best cheek and face product are the NARS blush with 18.6% and the iconic London bronzer with 18.6%. Okay, I do have that one. Wearing it today. She's even sitting here on my vanity because I am wearing her today. I thought I was going to dislike this bronzer. I really didn't think I was going to love it as much as I do, but this bronzer is so quality. It's so good. I've already like lost the imprint on here because I use it that much. It's super blendable, super smooth. It is matte, so that way I feel like I can add more. I can use it on the eyes, on the face. I think it's buttery. I think it blends well, and I also think you can build on top of it or other products with this as well. Love this a lot. This was totally a standout for me. And the NARS, I think it was the NARS Orgasm Blush, that's what came around. I think I ended up getting 3 one month. Oh my gosh, I really wish NARS would go cruelty free, but I love that you guys were able to get it in the boxes because I know that item for years was like the top blush everyone was talking about. So that is super duper exciting. Thank you guys for voting for that category as well. Okay, I get excited for this one every year too. And I was telling you guys in Q1, I had 2 contenders for this because there were already products and brands, not just products, but brands that were standing out as being subpar, didn't need to be in the box. Let's talk about the Dump the Chump Award. This is the award that I secretly love doing. I love this award because it gives us an opportunity to really feel like we can say what we want about a type of makeup or a product or a brand that you're just like, don't ever put this in our boxes again. It's terrible. Gives us a little sass. I feel like you guys secretly love it too because it feels like you kind of get a little bit of stress out on something. You're like, get out. I don't even like you. Last year, we had 2 top contenders for the Dump the Chump that were either right on top of each other or tied as well. I can't remember, so I'm really curious to see which products you chose to dump the chump. We don't want to see it anymore in our boxes, Boxycharm. Get out. You know my feelings. You know which ones I would want. Let's get into it. Whoo! Oh, you guys were saucy. You guys had a lot of feelings because even though there's a decent amount listed here to nominate, we've got quite a few big chunks here of the polls that are split just a bit. 2 tied. I'm just going to tell you what they are just to be a little shady and a little sassy because this is a fun award. The Epony Beverly Hills Flawless Serum for $195. That's really a primer. This enraged 16.7 of you because, I mean, feelings. We have feelings. I agree. The other product that tied with that was the Kypris Illuminating Eye Serum and Primer Shimmer Palette for $145 that expires in 3 months because of the raw natural ingredients. But none of us got a good one. It was all smelled like gasoline. It was gooey and the palette didn't have any payoff. Oh my gosh. Yes, I feel you. So those were actually second runner-ups. The third runner-up is Cab Cosmetics. Listed in there were the contour palettes, some of the lip balms, etc. based off of reviews. 18.3 of you said you don't want to see Cab Cosmetics in our boxes again. I did declutter that big ol' hefty contour palette that really had a lot of similar tones to it. Some of it really pulled orange. I feel like the quality isn't there for a really high price tag either. There was one product of theirs that I thought wasn't too bad. I think it was like a lip product, maybe more of like a lip mask kind of thing, but still wasn't enough to save the category for me either because that was definitely in my worst. So I feel you. And the winner of the Dump the Chump Award, the Dump the Chump winner, the brand we never want to see ever again in our boxes. Boxycharm, make a note. AMNH Skincare. Yes! We are here. This is why we're besties, because we hate the same things. And that sounds so sassy. And it is. But oh my gosh. That brand with the glitter lip crap, that's how I listed it too. The body butter crap, which I found the other day in my drawer because I couldn't find it for my best and worst at the end of the year to show you. I did find that. It's because I just got shoved in the back of a drawer because I probably got mad at it one day because it's not really a body butter. It's more of a body, what's really firm. Concrete? Quickcrete? I didn't care for that. And then we got some eye gel crap. It was just bad. The glittery lip stuff for your lips, it's too juvenile. It's not for us. Not for us. Dump the chump. AMNH, get out of our boxes. Boxycharm, make a note. Make 2 notes. I'm heated after that. Everybody take a sip. Take a sip. Now, okay, we got to take it out of that low place. Take it out of that down and out area so we can go up to the best pop-up / add-on brand from Boxycharm. Something that we were kind of hunting for. They do have that option when you're going through their pop-ups, now called drop shops. It's getting confusing, I know. To type in or search through what brand you're wanting. That's what I was really curious about because there were certain brands I found myself looking for kind of throughout. Did I need more of this particular skincare or my eyeshadow palette that I already hit pan on? Did they have that back in stock kind of thing? So there were some brands I particularly searched for. Whoa. I can't even, okay, I will give you the first runner-up because it's tied with 2 brands. but this is an overwhelming brand. Overwhelming. You guys let us know who you were on the hunt for every pop-up and drop shop. The first runner-up is tied between Hourglass and Sunday Riley. I could totally see that. Hourglass has some great powders, some great finishes. I would like to see more of them in my box actually in the future. I feel like we don't see that much, although I've heard they're not really inclusive a lot with their shade range, so they do need to work on that. That might be why we don't see them that much. But Sunday Riley, absolutely. I just went through some of their skincare that I use all the time and I love. So I could totally see why you'd want it there on a deal. But the winner at 45.9% is Natasha Denona. I do think this may have won this category last year. It's actually where I got a lot of my eyeshadow palettes this year. I did get some in boxes, which I was super grateful for, but I was able to pick and choose some more that I wanted behind the scenes. And that is how, like I mentioned earlier, I was able to get another glow, things like that, and the blush, you know. So yes, obviously I have to agree. Okay, so this next award, the Lifestyle Award, a non-makeup, non-skincare item that you loved getting in your box. I'm gonna need more tea for this. Hold on. This one is also extremely overwhelming, even more so than the last award, the add-ons and pop-ups, because this one has almost 50%. 49.2% of you picked one item. I've still not clicked on it yet to see what it is, but I will give you the first runner-up because that's kind of the closest with 14.8%. The first runner-up is perfume. Some of you have really enjoyed being able to kind of see that as far as a lifestyle item in the drop shops, add-ons, in your boxes, any of those options. But most of you really liked hair care, shampoo, conditioner, leave-in conditioner. Yes, I totally agree with you. Actually, I'm going to take this opportunity to really love on something that I did get from a Boxycharm that I now consider a holy grail product that I feel like I haven't been able to talk about a lot because I got it at the end of the year. Let me get it. Let me just get it. The main thing I'm able to use to allow my hair to be super duper soft but still hold a lot of tight curl is something that I had never heard of. Okay, how do you say this brand? The Vor, V-O-R, Secrets in the Snow Soft Styling Foam Mousse has become an ultimate favorite for me. I will absolutely repurchase this again, and if you see this in the pop-up and you have wavy hair, curly hair, I highly recommend this. Don't use too much, but it's so good. And in the pop-up, I saw this Grow Gorgeous. There's a shampoo and conditioner. I repurchased the conditioner and just got it in because I've noticed how good it is for my very tight curls. I'll say some of the major things that I have loved, kind of not secretly, but tend to take a little bit of a backseat, are some amazing hair care products. I do feel like I get an opportunity to try some really great hair care products that are really inexpensive. Well, I get them inexpensively for my boxes and Boxycharm add-ons, and I like them a lot. The other contenders in there were some other, kind of prominent things like jewelry, blow dryers, and I did get a blow dryer this year that I really loved. But a lot of you have loved getting more like hairstyling, shampoos, conditioners. It's functional, something you can use and have an opportunity to kind of go out of your comfort zone without spending extra money on it. So that is really nice. Okay, here comes the big one. This is why I needed more tea too, because the best eyeshadow palette for 2021 award in the varying brands that we received, I felt like this was a category. It went on and on as I was putting in all of the potential nominees, simply because there is a lot to choose from now. How many of you have been with Boxycharm long enough to remember when we all got very similar or the same boxes, and it was like, I don't know, 5 contenders, nominees, categories that we could pick from through a year? Now it just feels like there are so many all the time. So I was just adding in brands upon brands upon brands for this year's season. And now I'm really curious who you chose as the Best Eyeshadow Palette Award for 2021. Oh, this is a very large margin. It's not as big as some of the other categories, but you know what? Actually, I take that back. It is. Because there were so many nominees, so many to weed through and choose from, I will say this is a huge landslide win too. But I will give you some runner-ups. Tied for second runner-up at 8.2%, Anastasia Beverly Hills, because we did get the takeover boxes and the Norvina boxes. It was exciting. It made us excited for Boxycharms again, it felt like, that month, because the takeovers were so fun. I asked for and did receive this orange palette. I believe this is the Norvina 3, and she's super colorful. She's really big though. I do have to keep her in a separate drawer, but it's kind of nice to get some of these luxurious brands, these nicer high-end brands that we've heard of. Tide was, oh, the Viseart palettes. I know more were going around this year too. I actually did use mine a little bit today as well. Mine is the Viseart Neutrals Matte Eyeshadow Palette. I love this a lot. This is actually, once I knew how to use these type of shadows, because these are very quality formula shadows, but sometimes they do require a little bit of a learning curve, and they did take me a little bit, but now I really want to try some of their other shades, other like ranges to use them. I thought this was safe to, which it was, to play with, to use, and kind of discover this palette, but now I want to try some more. So I have seen them in their add-ons as well. First runner-up is the Dominique Cosmetics with 11.5%. I love discovering this with you guys. Totally agree with you. There's quite a few that she had going around. The one I fell in love with this year was the Transitions palette. This one a lot of us fell in love with, and I actually compare her formula to the Viseart formula quite a bit because I think they're pretty great. Also, how much do you love these bigger pans? She had a couple other things going around this year too, so love seeing her brand in our boxes as well, and these aren't even the winners yet, and I'm already excited. And the winner for the Best Eyeshadow Palette Award for 2021, again by a landslide, Natasha Denona. We love seeing her eyeshadow palettes in our boxes, in the drop shops. We'll take them however they want to give them to us. Natasha Denona won by a landslide, and for some reason I really had no idea what these categories were going to hold, so I love seeing how you guys are voting, and I totally agree. Wouldn't it be cool to get one of like the really bougie ones next year, which is totally possible because the values keep going up. So like I want to see one of her like $65 palettes in there. I want to see one of her $129 palettes in there. Ooh, getting the vapors just thinking about it. I believe this is a category I added this year as well. This is the Favorite Lippy of the Year award, and I feel like for this award I do need to put on a little bit more of a lippy to really zhuzh it up. The top two were pretty close here, so let's go to second runner-up first. Second runner-up is Persona Cosmetics with 14.8%. Yes, I fell in love with her glosses thanks to Boxycharm. I fell in love with a lot from Persona, actually, from Boxy, so totally agree with you on that. First runner-up is the Tarte Lipsticks and Glosses with 21.3%. I'm trying to remember if I did get any of the Tarte lipsticks or glosses this year. I think some were going around. I just don't know if I got any of them. And the winner is Huda Beauty at 26.2% with the Demi Matte liquid lipsticks, the liners, all of it. It was just kind of like a broad category. And actually, this is what I have on today that I just put a gloss over the top of just to get a little fancier. But I love these Demi Matte liquid lips. I have on today Shiro, and I did get in a box Day Slayer. I got the other one from a Boxycharm add-on. I love these so darn much. I think these are quality liquid lips that don't dry you out. They last through a ton of drinking. As you see, I'm on my like second or third tea because this is a fun award season. And I think you're so right. You're so right. Oh, my friends know what's up. I need to get some of her liners. Whew. So this year, I feel like for me personally, it was hard to kind of like go through the boxes and be like, which was my favorite box? So I'm so excited to see your best of box. Like, what was your best box award for the entire year, January to December? Who won? Oh, okay. I feel like I can just tell you the box right out because none of them were even that close with 24.4%. December, whether it was a base, premium, or luxe box, won with 24.4%. Oh, you know what? We did get... December is when I got those Tarte Man-Eater plumping glosses. That's right. That's how easily I forget. So totally get the runner-up there with the lippy. So that was in the December box. Oh, I got some more Mud Masky. That's a really great brand. Benefit Beauty Bakery. Some people got Touch and Soul Glow Dip palette that month. Yeah, there was some decent stuff in December for sure. I was just in the basic one. I gotta look in the premium too. Ooh, Viseart was in that box for some bronzers. Yes. All right, now we have to do the worst box. That's something that I feel like last year for me, I knew immediately. This year, I feel like There was a lot going on. Some of it was disappointing kind of throughout. Some of it was exciting throughout. So let's see. Okay, we got a couple of close contenders. So I'm going to give you some runners up. Second runner up, tied for second runner up actually, is the October boxes, any of them Base Luxe Premium, and the September 11.1%. First runner up is the December box with 20%, so that's funny. It won the best, but for some people it was the worst. That's how you know these boxes are all subjective and how we get different things in the boxes, how it varies up so much. November ended up being with 24.4% the worst box for most people. A lot of skincare. A lot of skincare. I also wonder if that was about the time they were announcing one of the other price increases, because that could definitely affect our mindsets too. I did get the Persona Cosmetics palette that month, so that was pretty good. And the KVD Locket Powder. Some people got Peach and Lily, which you guys know I love. But I could see how that just wasn't for some people because there was a lot of skincare that month. Now we're kind of coming to some write-ins, and I'm really curious how this is going to work out because I've never done this before, as far as like you guys submitting, a bunch of people submitting into this report form on Google, the biggest gripe of the year. So give me a second just to kind of pull through and see. I do see two leading things that were repetitive, but I got to figure out what they are for biggest gripe of the year. Ooh, okay, I'm seeing a lot of things in here, so I will list off a few of the others too, just because I think it's important, because I think a lot of us had very similar feelings, and I want your voices to feel heard. One of the things I'm seeing a couple of times is the price increases. Sometimes it wasn't adding up for us, even though maybe the value was there with, even if it was skincare or something else, we're just like, this isn't what I'm wanting from a subscription box. So absolutely. But sometimes also there was filler products. I'm definitely seeing filler products were in here. Made it feel like the Brandon box wasn't worth as much as it was increasing to. I feel that. Too many repetitive / same products. I couldn't get use of one thing before getting another. I mentioned that too when I was getting back-to-back bronzers, and I was like, how am I supposed to use all these bronzers that I got in the same month or the same 2 months? You know what I mean? Like, I feel you. Absolutely. Valid points. Not enough variation. Some people said they didn't even get this Epony Flawless Serum, but it made them so mad just knowing that that was in the box with such a high value. Yes, I was angry about it too, and I did get it. All right, the main things that I'm seeing. Okay, so I'm going to tell you the top two. Shipping, I would say, is the first runner-up, is the issue of the year. That, I feel like some of that could be on Boxy for being less than transparent about what's going on with it. I know some things are totally out of their realm. Once it leaves their warehouse or their shipping location, it's out of their hands. So some of it is on the craziness of the world too. I get that, but I feel like they could be way more transparent with tracking information, shipping sooner in the month than later, all of those things. And the main thing I'm seeing in here, worded different ways, but it's too much skincare, repetitive skincare, some skincare that's overvalued. So those were the biggest gripes of the year, and I totally feel you. Let's take a drink to that one real quick. Now let's get out of that funk. Shake it off. Shake off that funk, because now we're going to get into a favorites award. I couldn't wait to hear this from some of you guys, because this is the thing that I love hearing from you guys too, of like, what did you get that was a favorite that maybe we should all know about or go purchase? The favorite product or box, I gave you that option, of the year for you. For you personally, what was your favorite product? Because we got a lot of products. These are write-ins, so it's going to take me a second to kind of like scroll through. I will tell you what's immediately standing out to me, and then I'll tell you who I think is the winner of this, because I'm seeing a lot of people loved seeing a takeover box again. The Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina takeover box got people pumped again, got people excited. So I'm definitely seeing that in here for sure. I'm seeing some nicer brands like the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewdrops. I've seen that in here a couple of times now. That is a ride or die for some of you guys now. OFRA, I'm seeing that on the Glow palette with that crazy high value. That's what you guys want to see. ABH. OFRA high-end stuff. We're seeing that these are the things and the names that we're wanting. I'm seeing NARS in here a couple of times. Some people said the Wander Beauty Getaway palette. Cheers, sister. Some people said the Blink blush palette was their ultimate favorite. Banana Souffle moisturizer came up a couple times. That one was really good. I have 2 of those. I love it. The Dominique Cosmetics Transitions palettes come up in here quite a bit, but I think the main thing that I've seen in here is Natasha. I've seen more Natasha, but the varying specific types of palettes they got, because I know some people got the Ayana palette too and fell in love with this. I've seen that on here quite a few times. And then other people just saying they love getting a Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette. That was just kind of how they listed it, Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette. So thank you guys so much for writing in if you did. I know that's got less responses, but I really appreciate if you guys took the time. That's kind of why I want to give you some more of the info that I can see here. And now, back to being a little shady. What was your worst product or box? I wanted you guys to be able to write in and not just have other options to kind of like click through to maybe persuade you. Like, what's top of mind? I'm just going to start reading from the top. Dragon Beauty Color Corrector. Yeah, I didn't like that. AMNH Lip Mask. Yeah, what the heck was that? Worst product. Cab Eyeshadow. I heard those were terrible. I luckily did not get an eyeshadow palette, but the contour palette was enough for me to be like, no thanks. The All Shimmery Setting Sprays. Right? Same. Brush Cleaner Spray. Oh, you got a brush cleaner spray? I think I did hear about that, actually. I never got that. The Kypris Eyeshadow. Right? The brown lipstick from Zoeva. What was that shade? Question marks, exclamation points. Cold Serum Drop Things health item. Yeah, I think I still have one of those in my cabinet that I've never opened. Cab palettes. The Barbarella palette. Barbarella. Ugh. That was probably in one of the top worst ones as well. The Clean Complexion Pineapple Glow Mist. I had a very allergic reaction. Oh no. The Star Glitter Lip Mask. The Riddle Oil. That was like a perfume. Weird Face Sprays, not to be confused with setting sprays. We did get some of those this year. Too many to choose from, but if I have to, the AMNH Gold Lip Crap. Some others I would say were the Barbarella, the Dew of the Gods Dry Ass Lip Scrub, Stinky Leaves Hand Soap, the new Community Immunity Drops, Barbarella Palette, Barbarella Palette. Shadow Flip by Ciate. Yeah, I hated that thing. The Epitome Serum, the Epony, that's what it's called. Epitome, it's fine too. Epony Serum, that Terrible Lip Mask. I think this Terrible Lip Mask may win it overall. Ooh, Barbarella's back in here again. Barbarella, didn't even open it. Anything St. Lux. Ooh, yeah, those liners were awful. The Avant Lip Serum. Cab Palette. The Kypris Set Personal Preference. And the Kosas Foundation. I don't think I got the Kosas Foundation. Everything from Safrine Botanicals, the Cab Beauty, anything in December, Anastasia Bronzer. Yeah, I was really actually disappointed in the bronzer because it's not a bronzer for me. It's definitely like a deep contour because the color shade matching was not good. I kind of blamed myself, but apparently a lot of us had that struggle. So maybe it's not us. Maybe it was them. Epony Primer, the Caffeinated Scalp Scrub. Did not see that. The Star Lip Mask. A pen thing with 2 different names. Not anything can be in a pencil form. Ooh. And the Barbarella palette again. So sounds like the Barbarella palette ticked off a lot of people. The Star Lip Mask made a lot of people's. I saw Kypris in there a couple times. I don't know if I said it this last time, but that's in here. The Epony Primer. There was a lot of worse products in there that we're just needed to cleanse our systems and get it out. Okay, so now we're going to be a little hopeful. Now we're going to kind of transition over here into 2022. What are our hopes? What do we hope for with Boxycharm in 2022? And there is a standout repetitive thing I am seeing here that was written down exactly the same, but I'm curious what other people said, so I'm just going to kind of scroll through here. All I want for them is to actually use preferences and also not have the choice items sell out in under 2 minutes, right? All makeup box choice. Better makeup, no more cab crap. Better, more consistently great boxes, even with amount of makeup and skincare. Better products for the increased price and choice items spoiled ahead of the day. Better shipping times. I wish I could get my box before add-ons close so I can supplement my box without duplication. I have thought that in the wild, yes, like after I've done my selections, it's like, but now I don't know what I'm getting in the other rest of the boxes, so I want this, but I don't want to purchase it if I'm going to have 2. I know what you're saying. I've had that struggle. Better well-known brands. Bring back some of the better brands and more variety of products, at least some variation month to month. Good skincare. I'm hoping Boxy does not become Ipsy. Me too. Some people just don't care. They just want to cancel. I want to get more makeup. High-end brands across the 3 boxes. Some people are telling me they're canceling again, and they want to see good stuff in the boxes because they do want to resubscribe. Less overt repeats and less of an Ipsy glam bag vibe. Match our profiles better. More variety. More Natasha Denona, please. More Pat McGrath. Oh. Okay, 2 people have asked for more, and I'm going to say this wrong. I'm so sorry. Is it Chantecaille? 2 people so far have said they want more Chantecaille in their box. More Natasha Denona, Hourglass, and maybe Pat McGrath. Better choice options and better products. More freaking makeup. For the love of Betsy, bring us a ton of makeup. More high-end makeup, more luxury brands and consistency. More makeup, 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 makeup. Oh my gosh, so much more makeup. I think that's the main thing here, guys. More, and then the thing that was repetitive also is more name brand makeup. Things that you guys recognize. Same, I agree with you. Reasonable prices and not as many indie brands. That's part of what was setting them apart from Ipsy. And then the last award is the Life-Changing Product Award. The thing that's just changed the game for you in 2021 and maybe now something you just cannot live without. I'm going to read through some of these too because while some of them are repetitive, I feel like a lot of these, there is some variety in here though. Some of you guys, okay, so the 111 Skin Antioxidant Energizing Essence, ABH palettes, ABH Brow Pomade, ABH Liquid Lipsticks, Banana Souffle Moisturizer, Becca Highlighters, and the Pink Haze Powder, you know I love. I feel you. Fenty Powder, I never really used it before, but this one changed the game. I use it every day now. I can't stop using it. That one, it was a life changer for me too. Fenty Setting Powder. Glamnatic Lashes. Wasn't big on false lashes until these came along. Then the Appeal Liner Glue allowed for application. Okay. Glow Recipe. Glowasis Milk Toner. Best toner I've ever found. Someone had their 4th baby, so that was a life-changing product for them. Well, congratulations on that 4th baby. I hope Boxycharm wasn't involved with that, or were they? You know what? Don't tell us the details. It's okay. Hourglass Blush and Highlighter. I use the Blink Glow Getter the most, but I really love the Good Genes by Sunday Riley. Yeah. I'm going to say the Benefit Gimme Brow. It changed my brow game so much for the better. Iconic London Bronzers. Got multiple is just what it's telling me here. Kate Somerville Moisturizer. Oh, another one for Kate Somerville. LYS Bronzer. Some people said none. 2 people said none. Oh, 3 people said none. Oh, 4 people said none. The OFRA On The Glow palette. The Persona eyeliner. Ooh, that one's so good. Royal Tulip Nectar by Bloom Effects. Tarte Mascara. Big Bottle Eye Serum we got most recently. Is that the Laura Mercier one? Vanity Makeup Contour and Glow palette. Vesca Bronzer. Wander Beauty Eye and Cheek palette. And the Trace Loose products. Oh my goodness, what another wild year with Boxycharm. What another wild award season. And this year there was even more categories, more options for you to give me your feedback, give us your thoughts and feelings on all of it. And I am so grateful for everyone that did vote, that watches these videos. Please feel free to comment below, even if you forgot to vote. Let us know your choices, what you're excited about. And I am so grateful for you guys. Again, be sure to check out some of my more in-depth reviews if you are curious about more details on some of the winners or losers. That can be fun too. And also stay tuned for an upcoming video where I'm going to be really diving into what you will be seeing on my channel with Boxycharm, with other things on my channel in 2022, because I'm really excited to dive into all of this new year goodness with you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And if you do happen to be new to my channel, hi new friends, I really hope you take a quick moment to hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on all of the upcoming fun videos to come. This is just one of the many types of different type of unique videos I do here. Love you, friends.